Hey there, this is Shivanu of Mac Automation Tips. Hey, in this particular video, I'm going to talk about the process I use to copy my Kindle reading highlights into my Mem AI Notebook in order to help me build my second brain. So definitely, if you're interested in this, stick around and check it out. So basically, what I do is I'm going to show you about how I use my Kindle, and I'm using the Mac version of Kindle because it's a lot easier to do that on my Mac than it is on my phone. So, but this process that I'm going to show you, excuse me, this process that I'm going to show you is similar to how exactly how I do it on my phone or my iPad. So basically, what I do is when I'm reading in my Kindle is I highlight all the passages that I want to copy to my Mem AI notebook. I copy those and highlight those in either red, blue, or orange. So first off, I always definitely highlight each chapter in red. All right, and I'm going to show you a reason why I do that in a minute. And then as I'm reading the books, let me go back. Oops. Go back here. As I'm reading the books, I can go here and again I'll highlight in the red, orange, or the blue. So it doesn't really matter here. Sometimes the red is like for important ideas. The blue, sometimes I use that for something like I really didn't know this information, or it's like maybe a to-do item that I want to highlight. And then I use the orange for kind of like highlighting titles of books or other media that I want to keep a list of. So, and then of course the yellow is I do not, this will not be, the yellow highlights will not be filtered and exported from the Kindle book. But it's because most of my highlights would be in yellow, but the ones that I really want to keep and copy are going to be in the red, or they call pink or whatever, or blue or orange. Okay. And so after I'm done with that, what you do next, or what I do next is I go up here into the notebook here, or the annotation icon here, click on that. And then you're going to do is I want to filter out, a filter for the pink or red, and then the blue or the orange in the orange highlights. Now, sometimes I will filter the orange highlights separately so that I can put all those highlights in a separate section of the note that I use in Mem. So I do that, and then what you can do is you can go here and you can email it to yourself, and then if you're on a Mac, you can also export it as a file to do there. So let me go ahead and I can open it up. I already did this here. Let me just get this out the way, and I can open it up here. All right, so this is the exported file here, and you'll see that the highlights here is like, because I highlighted the chapter heading introduction, and then you'll see all the highlights that are in pink that come under that heading, right? Same thing in chapter 2. Right here, I highlighted the heading, and then all the highlights come in here as well. Same thing, you see the blues here, and it really, again, you kind of figure out which, how you want to use the colors, that kind of thing. So it's not a lot of highlights in this particular book for this one, but it's pretty good, right? So then I go here, so let me go clean that out there, clear that out, and then what I'm going to go is go into my Mem. And I have kind of a template that I use for my Mem notes, book notes. And basically it's the title of the book, and then the author and date published, and when I read the books. I use that is in there. And then I have, typically as I'm reading, I will write summary notes. I will pull up the notes in my Mem, and then write my summary notes or my critiques or my thoughts as I'm reading, while they're fresh in my mind. I did not have too many summary notes and critiques for this book that I was reading, but that's fine. But just let you know that's what I do. And then most importantly, here are the copied highlights here. So basically I copied those highlights from the file and then pasted them in here. And then what I do also is I go back and I do a kind of a H2, I convert the chapter headings in an H2 format so that I can, see them better. So all you got to do is just kind of copy, highlight that, and then you click the H2 format there, right? And normally what I do here too, and I didn't do it in this particular book, but I go down another part of the template here is my book recommendation. So that's again, I would maybe, export the orange highlights separately so that I can just paste them under the book recommendations or media recommendations here. So that's good. So basically that's my notes. And you can create a template for your mem, for a mem note, and just, you can either, I think in the desktop version of Mem, you can save it as a template, but in the web version of Mem, you can't save templates in there. So you can maybe just save your template in a text expander or something like that, and then just paste it in. Saves you a lot of time there. Now the beauty of this is, of course, Mem has AI involved in it. So I can go in here, right? I can go here and ask questions about this book. I can ask it to do summaries. I can ask it to make connections between similar books and things of that sort. There's also a Mem chat here. And you'll see in the Mem chat, you can ask, just like you do with Chat GPT, you can, just like you do there, you can ask questions and have it produce content for you. So for example, I asked it to summarize a workflow for creating a book outline using Chat PTT, right? And so basically what it did is it created the summary, and it was based upon notes that I already have, and particularly notes from that book that I just showed you, the book highlights. Because what Mem AI does is that it references your knowledge base that you build inside of Mem AI. And that's the advantage. It's more personal kind of language model than the Chat GPT. I can't really say that well, but anyway, so to me, that's the reason why I use the Mem AI a lot more than I use GPT. So this is a strategy that I use, and it might be helpful to you. It saves me a lot of time when I do the highlighting in the red or the blue, since I don't have to kind of go back and forth between and copy and paste those highlights individually from the Kindle into my Mem notes. So I used to do that, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Kind of a waste of time there. So basically now I just do that in that process. So if you like this idea, definitely give me a thumbs up. And if you have some other ideas about how to do this, definitely leave a comment. If this is your first time kind of following my, checking out my channel, definitely follow and give me a thumbs up, and I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.